What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Unfiltered Sales Podcast. Here's a few cool updates. We're actually rebranding our podcast. We're going to change the name very, very soon. You guys are going to fucking absolutely love this new name. It has a lot to do with the emails that I've been sending. I'm sending out a little clue for you guys to see what you guys think is going to be the next name for the podcast. And on top of that, we have a very special guest today, which is basically one of my students who came in the Perfect Trainer, has been crushing it. And really, let me define crushing it, right? Because to me, a lot of you might see crushing it as like, oh man, this guy makes hundreds of thousands of dollars per month, or this guy just absolutely became a millionaire. I feel like some people think about success like that. I define success a lot differently. Like I define it that you have a strong family. I define it as you have a very strong brotherhood. They have a very strong friendship. I define success in, seeing results in your life as being able to have the right people around you, right? It's more than just money. So we have a special guest today. His name is Alvaro Cardiel, my Hispanic brother from another mother. And he wants to share a few words today, man. Tell me a little bit about what inspired you, right, to want to connect with me in the first place, like when we first connected. And yeah, tell me a little bit about like the situation you're in, what inspired you to want to join. I would love for you to share that with us, brother.
Okay, man. Yeah, for sure, he said. Yeah, man. So basically what I reached out was I saw some of your ads and stuff, like they would pop up, and maybe because I was just thinking, like I was obviously, working out, posting videos, not knowing about where I wanted to go, which route I wanted to do. I was just, working out, getting myself, transforming myself,
Yeah.
obviously, and your ads kept popping up, like I said. And then I was just one day I was at work, man, and like working, slaving away, working for somebody else, man. You know what I mean? And I was just like, you popped up, and I was like, you know what? Why not? Why not take that leap of faith and just just freaking do it? You know what I mean?
You could
So
curse, bro. It's all good.
I was like, fuck it, man. I'm fucking tired of working for these people. Like all they do is just yell at you. They bring no. They're not giving me any benefits. They're not doing anything for me. They're just saying, hey, do this, do that, do this, do that, slaving away. So, like I said, you popped up, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna DM him, and and then here we are, man.
Yeah.
6 months later, here we are, and I'm
My
happy that I
man.
took that leap of faith. Like you said, we always talk about taking action, and I was like, I would lack in that just in before. I would just lack in taking action. I would always want to have the approval of somebody, right? So
Mm.
this time it came out of me, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna go. And here we are, man.
Yeah. Well, first off, let me say that I admire that, right? Because there's a lot of guys that maybe feel the same way as you do, or even like a lot of ladies that might be seeing this right now, like on my social media somewhere, and they feel the same way you do, but they don't take that step, or maybe they're a little bit hesitant on things. So this is a big reason for me even doing these videos with everybody is just to really gain an insight of where you were and where you are now. So now that I understand kind of like what inspired you to join, what would you say, was the main struggle that you had approached, right, in terms of getting started with online training? Because usually when people come to us, it's because they experience like a struggle, right? Like, what would you say was the main struggle in your life, or the main bottleneck that you were dealing with? I know you didn't really like the job you were working at, but what would you say was the main struggle in getting your online business up and running?
It was just I didn't know, to be honest. I didn't know where to. I mean, like for me, it was like I'm not. I guess I was just working out, like I said, and
Okay.
I was just posting videos, because I would watch obviously other fitness influencers, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna post videos and see who hits me up. Let's see if I can get some clients, to teach them personal, like one-on-one.
Mhm.
That was basically my goal at first, and then like I said, like I was just like, you popped up, and I was like, man, you don't need a certification. You don't need to be like, you don't need to have all these things that other programs or other people, you need to have it to be able to work there, or something. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, of
and
course.
making the income. And I was like, man, I'm not trying to go back to school. I'm not trying to do that, because at the end of the day,
Of
for me,
course.
man, I mean, I don't know if I can say it, but personally, I think school is just a scam. Like straight up, like college, like all they do is like, a lot of people go there, but when they come out, it's like you don't make enough money to pay that debt off. So for me, it's like I'm not gonna go waste my time on doing that. I'd rather invest in myself
Mhm.
and do something that. And I know, and especially what caught my attention was that you're Latino. So I was like, You know, why not work with somebody that is the same heritage, like, you know, have the same values, and especially you talked about family, and you talked about a lot of things that I value in my family here. So
Yeah.
that's what I was like, man, there's more to this than just, you know, training people. There's a lot more to it. So that's
Yeah.
basically what it was, bro.
All right, hell yeah. So it sounds like you were just struggling with understanding how to really get started, right? Like you were seeing other people do it, you just didn't know how to get started. So then you came to us for it. And I would
Right.
really love to really share with the audience, right? Like I know once you pulled the trigger and started working with us, how was your experience, right? From basically day one to today? Like what has been your overall experience? Like if you could define your experience, how would you define it? And really share your honest thoughts. I want just pure honesty. So what would you say has been your overall experience from day one to day to day, right? Basically.
Right. For obviously, for all the audience, like day one, man, obviously, you know, I'm nervous. You know, obviously we go through sales training, we go through everything with you guys. So I was basically, I mean, for me, dude, my experience, it has been awesome. To be honest, it just like, even though I'm maybe like you said earlier, we might not be crushing it, but at the end of the day, it's like you're getting all this value, all this, you know, like everything, like value systems, everything mindset. It's not just, you know, you go in there and you talk about sales. It's not just that. There's more to it, and this helps me in my daily life, you know,
Mhm.
like how I approach life here. Like obviously, I'm a semi-pro soccer player. Um, like the way I talk to people now is more, you know, with respect. Before I used to be like, I couldn't keep like, also this taught me how to keep my emotions in check, because
Okay.
obviously as a salesperson you got to keep your, you know, your emotions as you're speaking to the person. You can't be like, oh, like, you know. So it just, like, experience has been awesome, man, from like systems to how you guys treat us. And I see it more like, and a lot of us have said it, I see it more as a brotherhood, man. Like I don't even know you in person, but I'm always excited to get on these meetings because I can relate. We all can relate. Like you guys relate with me, and like if I'm out here talking to, let's say, the people that I hang out with, or and we talk about topics, it's like they can't relate with me because I'm just, you know, a little, I guess, and my mindset is just a little bit higher than they are, you know, not to brag or anything, but that's just because I'm getting this information from high value people, which is you guys. So for me, that's what it's about. And I've literally, that's my experience has been awesome through that, man. Mindset, how to, you know, talk to people, how to be humble, how to, you know, you bring everything to the table. So I mean, it's second to none. I mean, I didn't at first, you know, obviously you were hesitant, but now I'm like, it was all worth it, and I'm happy with everything that I've learned from you guys.
Yeah, hell yeah, brother. Well, that's great feedback. I was taking notes because I like to take notes along the way. I like to get
Well,
feedback on what everybody says. So just in case you saw me looking down, maybe I was just taking notes, you know what I'm saying?
be good, excited,
But
be
all
good.
right, for sure. I like it. So really just to circle back, because there's a few things you shared there that I feel like is really powerful because I know also people that might be seeing this, they might want to compare us, right, with all the other like fitness business coaches. Maybe they're looking at this guy or that girl or this woman. But still, what really separates you from everybody else? And it's something I market a lot of is that we're more than just a fitness business coaching program, right? We're not just here for getting you in for the sake of signing you up for like a little fucking amount, knowing that that's just probably going to ruin your fucking life. We've always been very ethical people. It's the way that my mother raised me. It's the way my ethnicity, how I was brought up. I do believe in ethics. I believe in morals. And there's a few things that I stand for, right? And one of them is brotherhood. I feel like, especially when I started this business in general, I wanted to create something bigger than just helping people make money. I wanted to create a brotherhood, something that I feel like growing up, luckily I had two brothers that have been my mentors my whole life. Without them, I don't know where the fuck I would be. So I know that many people don't have that now. Many trainers don't have that. It's more than just understanding these strategies and understanding how to make money. They need the right environment, the right brotherhood. They need the right mindset shifts. They need a lot more. When you're around these type of people, you're forced to be great. So really just to take a step back on that, bro, can you elaborate a little bit more? Because it feels like, to me, it's more than just the money. Like I feel like you've also joined our program because of the brotherhood that you're around and the people. Do you see the perfect trainer as more than just a program to help you make money? If so, how would you describe that? Is there a few things you like about brotherhood, or what is it? A few things that you have really took in so far from what we taught you on the
Um,
brotherhood side, right?
yeah, like you said, it's not just for me. Yeah, obviously, you know, money is great, right? Like, I mean, if you
Yo,
make
I
money,
like it.
you can do whatever the heck you want. You know, if you're
Yeah,
making
of
that
course.
big bucks, right? You're making that. But for me, I mean, at the end of the day, things happen. Not, I mean, like I said, for me, it's yes, this money's important, but it's for me, it's like I'm learning more. I'd rather learn more value from you guys or from anybody than like I said, the brotherhood, man. Like for me, that's important because to be honest, I thought I had that brotherhood right before, like around the people that I used to hang out with. You know what I mean? But then you realize like that, and some people don't have, even though they're close to you, they don't have the best interest in you, right? They rather see you fall. They rather see you drown, and they're your friends supposedly, right? So like that's another thing that I like about this, that you guys are honest. You guys are, you're honest. You hold us accountable, and I mean, dude, I mean that's, I mean, I I can't even, sometimes I can't even describe it because I feel so like I feel like I said excited to be part of that perfect trainer. And I mean just the like you, man, you guys bring a lot of value to the table, which I feel like you sometimes you need that, because here in the, obviously here where we're at, like I said, people don't have the best interest in you. And we've talked about this before, which is like if you hang out with 5 losers, you're gonna become the 6th loser, right? So like I rather be here, even if we're not in person, but I'm connecting with high value people like you guys that I can learn, right? So even if I'm not making the money that I want to make or anything like that, my mindset, you guys are helping me give that mind, leveling up the mind. And it's just like you said, it's not just about the money. You level up your mind. You obviously, you want to look good, because everybody in the freaking perfect trainer has, everybody looks good, man. So
yeah, of course.
the brotherhood full of handsome dudes. You know what I mean? So
that's what I'm talking about. I like it, man. That's good. All right.
We all got, we got a style, estilo. So, yeah, bro. So, I mean, honestly, that's why I like it, and just like you said, you talk about how you carry yourself, right? Like you got to dress the way you want to be treated, right? So if I dress like a bum, they're gonna treat me like that.
Yeah,
right?
I like that. Good.
But if I'm over here dressed, nice, and I'm ready to, take action or do whatever you gotta do, man. Like honestly, sometimes for my soccer games, I show up with my glasses, with my polo shirt, like my Adidas, because I like to, that builds my confidence as I'm going into my game. So
yeah, of course,
it's the same thing. I feel like you just gotta carry yourself with integrity.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Well, there's a famous saying that I say first you got to be the man to become the man. And a
Right.
lot of trainers don't fucking understand that, right? And when you join, you notice that we spoke about that all the time. All right, show up to these calls, show up presentable, show up like the man that you want to become. People think magically you're just gonna become the man that everybody wants to make fun of. Thinking you're not just gonna magically become that man today, right? Develop the habits, do the things on a day-to-day basis that you need to do to become the man, right? You don't just like, it's not just, I wish it was just like that. Like you just snap your fingers and we all become the man we want to be, right? I talk about that a lot, and I feel like it's so important. So amazing, bro. And I know, just to really gain like a better understanding, I know you mentioned your best month was 2K in a month. Am I correct?
Yes, June, 2K in June. Yep, that was my best.
All right, not too shabby. That's still pretty good, bro. And
Yeah.
the key is being able to maintain that. And I know, some people might be expecting, some even crazier results, but I do understand that some things take time. I'm also a very ethical person. I know there's other people out there that might say, oh, we're going to guarantee that you're going to make $10,000 a month, or we're going to promise you this or promise you that. I do believe that the people that are doing that is because of their own fucking interests. And a lot of them aren't really ethical. Like for some people, it's going to take time. For some people, it might happen faster. You've seen, right, in the past 6 months, we've also had some guys that came in here like made 5K, 6K, fucking 12K.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, so it's different for everybody, and if you notice that I say that a lot of my marketing, that this might take time. It won't be easy. Everybody markets that is easy, but it's a very I do believe it's a simple process, but it's not easy, right? So I know your greatest month was 2K. Congrats on that. I know that you can continue to make even better, numbers in the near future. And if you were to say, right, let's say if right now somebody's like watching this video, maybe it's a Hispanic guy just like you. Maybe he's like a little bit hesitant, or maybe he's shopping around. Should I go to Assael? Should I not? What would be your number one piece of advice? Like if there's another Alvaro right now, just before you got started with us, another Alvaro out there, what's the number one piece of advice you'll give him?
Take action and fucking, like start perfect trainer or whatever you want to start, just do it. Like if you do not like where you're at, and that's what a lot of people do, right? They stay where they're at because they get comfortable and they just, they just stay there. But if someone's, whoever's ever listening, just take action in whatever you want to do. And I feel like you got to do what you really love. Like, do what you love, right? Like for me, obviously I got into this because I got fit, but I want to help other people get fit, even, because I know people go through things maybe similar to what I went through, right? And then they can, you just helping people out, man. I just like helping people out, become the better version of themselves for the younger guys that are coming up. Like, hang out with people that are gonna push you to level up. Don't just stay there with the friends or those friends that make you feel comfortable or that, just in that little circle, because there's more to it. There's a lot. And I'm like, I'm 30, right? And if I would have known this when I was younger, right? If I had that's another thing. If I would have had the knowledge that there is now, I would have looked back to my old self and I would have slapped myself, right? Like, hey, get your,
Yes.
So like for anybody, the younger guys, take action and do something that you really love. Don't just sit there, live paycheck to paycheck, or sit there because this guy's giving you money, right? Do something that you love. And I feel like you will be happy and you will be fulfilled.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like I live, all right. So if you have faith, if you have family, if you have fitness, and your what is it called? Your for your, did I say faith already?
Yeah, you said faith. You good, bro?
I don't know, it's yeah. So faith, fitness, finance, and there's another one. Damn.
Family.
Family, yeah. So those four,
Yeah.
for me, like if you have all those, that equals your fulfillment, right? So for anybody that listen to it, get those things straight out. I mean, everybody lacks in one of those, and I know everybody lacks. You might not be good, you might not be fit, you'll be lacking financially, or you're lacking in faith, or you're lacking, but try to get all those four things together, and you'll become better. So for anybody that listen to it, take that advice and take fucking action.
Yeah. Hell yeah, bro. I like that. I appreciate you for sharing that with us, brother. And yeah, I mean, it's been an amazing interview. It's been an amazing journey having you a part of the Perfect Chain. It's amazing to see another brother from another mother. As you can see, we're always getting Hispanics. I'm attracting a lot of them for some reason. I hope I attract even more. That's a huge mission of mine. It's a huge vision that I have to be able to change that. If we really look at the numbers, the Hispanic and Latino community, we are basically second to last in terms of the United States, in terms of the lowest income families in all of the US. We're second to last. We are basically almost the fucking worst. And I want to be able to change that. Why?
Well,
Because a lot of the Hispanic community and what I found is that they fucking spend their money on dumbass shit. They spend their money on fucking cars that they shouldn't be fucking buying, right? Because they want to impress people that don't give a shit about them. They spend their money on dumb shit, maybe school, because they grew up now with the right environment. Again, that goes back to fucking brotherhood. They spend money on ridiculous shit, clubbing, right? Bars. You go to a fucking club in a bar around Los Angeles, California, you realize there's a lot of fucking Latino people in there. What the fuck are you doing, right? So, man, and go ahead, feel free to share that, right? Because I feel like we're fucking second to last. We got to change that, bro.
yeah, and that's another thing too that caught my attention of joining this, just because, like, I mean, like you said, man, like we're like, okay, because I would mean, like, where I went to school, it was like half Latinos and half, whites, right? So like, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like, I don't know, man. I felt like it was always like like I want to help my Latinos, like you're helping me. I want to help the people other, because we were raised, like, for me, it was like my parents were immigrants just like yours, right? My parents came from Mexico down here, so they came down here because for the job opportunities, right? But what they didn't understand back in the day is, like, yes, there's job opportunities, but you're kind of like slaving away. And then now my parents are like in their 60s, 50s, and it's like they're still doing the same thing. And then I'm like, I see them and I'm like, damn, like I don't want to be like that, man. I don't want to grow older, or like and still be like, let's say paying off your house still, or like, you're just kind of like just going day by day doing the same thing, and you can just sometimes see that they're not happy, that they're just like kind of like content, just comfortable. And I don't want to have that lifestyle, like I want to have more, just because my family, I have my two kids, especially they're boys, man. Like for me, and for anybody that's listening out there, if you're a man, and you have two boys, like you gotta be the role model for them,
Yep.
right? Like, and I'm gonna go into some detail. Like, I'm not sure. My dad, he was, yes, he like I got that value, like, hey man, you gotta respect, you gotta say hi, you gotta, all the good values that. But his only downfall was that he liked to drink a lot, so he wouldn't be at the house too much, right? Because he would come home or like whatever, and I'm just like I can't do that. That's not. I guess like I was going down that road, right? And then something just clicked. Like this isn't you. This isn't where you got two boys. Like I saw things that people shouldn't have seen or stuff like that. It's a young age, right?
Of
So like
course.
I don't want my kids to go through that. So like I want to be a role model. Like regardless, like if I don't make money or like whatever, but I still want to be that man that can obviously provide and just be present, like sober, right? Just
Yep.
100% you're there. So for me, that's what it is, bro. Like just be the best version that you can be for yourself and for your family, especially if you have family, and it's hard because like, it's hard to manage, like starting like, 2K in June I made, right? But it's hard to manage, when you have a house, you got your car payment, you got you got to take care of two kids, you got to take care of your woman, you got to make sure there's food on the table, you got to make sure that everything like outside, like here, you got to make sure the yard is mowed, you got to make sure
Yeah. Yeah.
freaking,
The cars are good.
oil changes, like, and that's a man's duty, dude. Like, I can't be like, hey, look at my girl Gianna, go out there and you know, do the oil change on the car or stuff like that. Like, I can't, that's a man's duty. So as a man, I feel like we have a lot to on our plate, but we still got to make time for ourselves and just be the best person you can be for your kids and
Yeah.
for anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very powerful, brother. And I do believe that's what makes our community, so welcoming, so open is the fact that, it feels like a brotherhood to a certain extent because we deal with a lot, right? Like everything that you mentioned is true shit. But when you don't have like an environment that keeps you fucking going, keeps you motivated, it's so difficult to maintain that. That's why you see that in men nowadays, the suicide rates are even higher because
Yes,
people
sir.
don't have the right environment. Men are right now, we're probably reaching the loneliest times on earth for most men, right?
Yeah.
Suicide rates are fucking crazier than ever. Then we have people like Andrew Tate who came out and is trying to help the fucking world, trying to help men
Yeah.
become a better version of themselves. And in a way, I wanted to be able to create that right before the perfect train. I want to do that for trainers because I know how many of them think. I know many of them have a what I call a broke mentality. I know a lot of them believe that it's just about creating cool ass workout programs, diet plans. No, motherfuckers, a lot more than that, right? It's about having the right environment, the right people, understanding the right ethics, the right morals, how to live like a fucking beast, how to
Right.
become a beast. And a lot of people, that's what they're missing. They're missing all of that shit. So I appreciate you sharing that with me because I feel like that's such a huge thing that represents the perfect trainer is the fact that it's just more than just a business coaching program. It's about focusing on becoming the man that you want to become, even for fucking women, right? You need
Yeah.
to understand how to become the fucking women that you want to become.
Honestly, women are sometimes I feel like women take more action than men do, and it's kind of like you know what I mean? Like
It's true,
sometimes
man.
I see their I know some, I know people, and then I see their girls there like working out, and I'm like, where's the dude at? He's probably at home freaking doing something.
Yep.
And the girls, they're getting fit, and then the guys over here getting a beer belly,
Yep.
and it's like
Bullshit.
then they wonder why they dip.
Yeah.
Like it's true, bro. Like you can't sit there with a beer belly and then you have your girl getting fit and stuff. And I mean that was like for me that was another thing. Like my girl gets fit. Like I give her. She goes into the gym. Like we stay fit, right? Like not just me, but her. Like we hold each other accountable. Like and we have kids. Like and that's another thing too that I want to. If you don't mind me touching base on that,
Of course.
just for the audience, because it's always an excuse. Like they put the kids like, oh, like I can't go to the gym because, man, I'm saying for partners, right? If you have your fiance, your or wife, or just if you already have kids with your girlfriend, but if you're making excuses for, oh, I can't go to the gym because I have a kid, I have this and this, that's where I feel like you got to work together as a partnership.
Yeah. My bro
You know
talks
what I
about that all
mean?
the time. Yep.
Partnership, dude. You got to communicate with your significant other. Like, okay, like today, I'm gonna go to the gym. When I get back, y'all stay with the kids, you go and get your hour, but we communicate. So a lot of people, they can't even communicate, and then they end up going separate ways. And then after they go their separate ways, now they want to go to the freaking gym. And it's like, you guys can do that together.
Yep.
You know, it's all about, obviously, another thing too that we learn here in perfect tennis is communication. You got to communicate, you know, and it just is. And I learned this, you know, obviously later on, but I communicate now with my girl. I'm like, hey, we got this going on, we got this, but the kids, we take responsibility. Like I'll stay with the kids, and then she'll go, but we'll get fit. You know, we're staying fit. We eat right, we eat correctly. She's actually my nutritionist, I would say, because she cooks for me. That so I mean, if you guys get a girl like you know, that can cook, that's an A+, man, right
That's
there.
an A+, bro. That's you ain't even got to tell me twice, man.
But that's why you gotta communicate with them and actually, you know, make them feel like appreciated, right? Like,
Of course,
because women also have, like, and Andrew, like, they you know, Andrew talks about that as I listen to him too. It's like they have the role, right? Like, she stays with the kids. My girl has her business as well, but she works from home, right? She's at Lash Tech, so she, you know, she stays with the kids, or we have a babysitter that she just takes care of them. But there's always possibilities. There's no reason why you can't be joint, you can't get fit or do things, right? There's just communicating, man. I feel like people just need to communicate and hold each other accountable as partners. And that's what you learn here too, because you guys show us accountability, commitment, and discipline. So
yeah, hell yeah, bro. It sounds like you learned a lot more than just making money. I'll tell you that.
oh yeah, bro. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I know a lot. I can talk with you all day about anything, and I mean, you know. So yeah, bro. I mean, it's awesome.
Amazing, bro. Well, I appreciate all the amazing words today. This is great feedback for me and my team. And, you know, for everybody who wants to check out Alvaro, I know you have an Instagram, bro. Would you like to share kind of where they can find you?
Yeah, so my IG is Cardiel Fitness. You know, you can find me there. And also Facebook, just Alvaro Cardiel Jr. I have that as well. And yeah, you guys can follow me. I got, you know, workout content for free you guys can check out. And from there, you know, you can hit me up if you're, you know, if you're interested. So yeah.
Of course, hell yeah, especially
Follow
with all
me
these
there.
fatties nowadays. There's too many fatties. They need to fucking get trainers and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, hey man, there's too many excuses. I'm just be honest.
Of course, yeah.
Being fat is an option.
Yep. Yeah, I'm sure you saw my video this morning. I posted a video saying being fat.
Yeah, I saw your video, but then I heard it from somebody else.
Yeah.
Like I saw some I forgot what his name was. It was also a fitness influencer, like,
oh nice.
And he said the same thing. He's like, being fat is a choice. So like, if you're sitting there, you can't control your mouth.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and you just make excuse after excuse, you know, and this happens to us. I'm pretty sure, you know, especially when we're trying to reach out to clients. Like I get to the point where I'm like you said, like, I don't even want to hit them up anymore because everybody's just full of excuses why they can't do this. Even if they have a business, dude, like, you can make an hour a day to go work out and say, and you can't say, oh, it's because I you know, I can't leave my work. That's why it's your business. You can do whatever the heck you want. Especially if you have employees, right? You have more time on your hands. So I feel like people should just stop making excuses. And because if people don't know, like 80% of the world is obese.
Yeah.
And like, if that doesn't blow your mind, then I don't know what does, you know? And like 20% is like overweight. And I think like the other rest is like fit. So I'm happy that I'm part of the Perfect Trainer and a community that has fit people. You know what I mean?
I love that. Yeah, that's true.
Like it's facts, dude. Like, you can't sit there and feel like like we said, a lot of men sit there and feel sorry for themselves. Like, they want someone to come and rescue them. And like, for me, it was like, and I always learn from my lessons. So like, for me, it's like you said, you know, I never had I'm the oldest sibling. I have a sister. So I never had like that brother figure like you did, you know, and stuff like that. So I was kind of like alone. Like, all my other friends, they had brothers, they had siblings, like more than just one, right? So like, for me, it was always like I had to be better for my sister. And then she actually did everything I did. I know she played soccer, sports. She did everything. She went and played college basketball. You know, I played college soccer. And yeah, so like for me, it was always like I had to be. I'm kind of like I would say I'm like honestly, man. I think I'm like the black sheep of the family because I really want to. I'm in the point where I want to change that cycle, right, for my children.
Of course.
Because my dad comes from a cycle of like a lot of drinking. His dad, obviously, he saw that from his dad, his grandpa, my grandpa. So like and I saw that, but I don't want to be like that. I don't see myself living like that. I see how it's affecting how it affects the family and how it affects your health, right? And then we love our parents, but there's only so much you can do or so much you can say.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I would just just be the best version of yourself and do it for you. Do it for you because at the end of the day, you got to be healthy for your family. So yeah.
I love that, bro. Hell yeah. Well, this was an amazing podcast. It was more than just money. It was brotherhood. It was family. It was high value
Yeah.
people. It was a lot, but I feel like especially for all the people that are maybe a little bit hesitant, about joining, I feel like this will be a great episode. Is there any last minute thoughts, anything you'd like to tell the audience today, or any you kind of want to leave this episode with a bang? Feel free to say it now. If not, we'll wrap it up.
I would just say, I mean, don't hesitate in anything. If you guys want to join, if you guys are listening, Assael is a great guy. I really appreciate him. I appreciate everything he does for me, what he's done for me. And don't hesitate. I mean, if you guys have gotten communication with him, this is not a scam. This is straight up like a brotherhood. No lies, no jokes, no nothing. This is you get everything you need from systems to marketing to sales. You get everything. And like we said, it's not just about money, it's about brotherhood, it's about how you can grow as a person. And you can take this honestly anywhere, right? Everything I'm learning here, I also obviously apply it towards what we're learning, right? To get client stuff, but I also use it in my other personal life. Like for example, like I want to coach. I've been playing soccer for like 25 years, so like I want to do something with that. But this is also helping me to talk to people. You know what I mean?
Mm,
The be able to do a gathering and be able to talk confident, right?
mm. I like
So
that.
this also has been helping me so developing my talking skills. And I can tell you this, I wouldn't be able to be doing this when I first started, like be able to talk what we're doing right now. So I really appreciate you giving me the opportunity.
Of
And
course.
yeah. So anybody listen to it, make sure you guys follow my boy Assael and don't fucking take action. All right.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Don't fucking be there sitting on the couch feeling sorry for yourself.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you for sharing that, bro. That means a lot to me and the rest of our team. And
Yeah.
hell yeah, guys. So if you guys love this episode, you guys want to learn more about the perfect trainer, feel free to click the link in the description. We have like a free training for you to watch. And there's a way where you can connect with us, either me or somebody from my team, and we can help you learn more. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Peace.